our tribal chief, has won the main event of WrestleMania 40. He's going to beat Hulk Hogan's title reign, and it's going to be awesome. I'm so glad Roman won. Still the tribal chief. Everyone who was doubting him, saying Cody was going to win. See, what did you all think? Is what I would have said if he had won. Damn it, Undertaker, why did you have to do that? The Rock was totally going to help him win. We have to like put Roman up the top. Anyways, let's go through the WrestleMania card. Drew and Seth, decent match. Opened up WrestleMania Night 2. Decent match. I think they put on a really good show. Drew showed up. Seth really always puts on a great show. Great opening match to WrestleMania. Wouldn't say it was the match of the night, but definitely a contender for match of the night. Obviously, after that, Drew got a bit too in CM Punk's face after he had won the world title, and Punk retaliated. So now the World Heavyweight Champion leaving WrestleMania is Damian Priest, which I kind of predicted was going to happen. As I said in my prediction video, I believed that they were going to put the title on Priest. I think it was the logical choice. I mean, you have Mummy still on top, Rhea Ripley. You kind of need, after Judgment Day dropped their titles, I think you needed to have Priest as the world champion. I think it's going to help Raw. So yeah, world title scene looking strong. I think there's a lot to work on there. CM Punk obviously has stuff to come back to. The Drew McIntyre CM Punk stuff is obviously now bubbling, so that might be a good match for Backlash. I reckon they should save it for SummerSlam, but you never know when they're going to pull the trigger on that one. We also had a tag team match. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Karrion Kross and Authors of Pain. Bubba Ray Dudley was the guest referee in that, I guess. That was okay. Busted Open is a great podcast. But yeah, I kind of, when Bubba was going through the motions, I kind of wanted Devon to come out and like get the tables, you know. But I guess it's like a fun little throwback to old school wrestling. So yeah, that match, Street Profits and Bobby Lashley went over, but Karrion looked alright and Authors of Pain looked great. It's great to see Authors of Pain back in WWE after they were released a couple of years ago. And yeah, really decent match. Not the best match. I wouldn't say, WrestleMania, showcase of WrestleMania, but, you know, for what it was decent. This is the thing with WrestleMania. They put way too many matches. Like, why have they split it into 2 nights? It should just go back to being 1 night and you have the best matches. If you don't make the card, you haven't done well enough. But I know it's all predetermined. I know all this stuff. Okay, LA Knight and AJ Styles. Probably one of the contenders for match of the night. One of the high contenders. I mean, it made LA Knight look like a superstar. Like, that is what he needed at WrestleMania. He needed a moment, and AJ made him look like a superstar. Like, he was already over with the fans, but people watching Mania now are definitely going to take notice of LA Knight. I mean, I'd be surprised if he doesn't enter a feud at some point with Cody Rhodes for the world title. But yeah, LA Knight looked really good in that match. So did AJ Styles. So AJ Styles is this guy who can put on, I don't like to say star matches, but he can put on a 5-star match. He can put on a 6-star, 7-star, whatever Dave Meltzer goes up to now. But yeah, AJ Styles and LA Knight, great match. LA Knight came out on top. LA Knight, yeah. He's got special things in his future. I think he's going to be a world champion within the year. Who did I predict to win? I think I predicted in my prediction video for LA Knight to win that one, but you know, obviously it's a pretty obvious choice. I don't know who I picked in Street Profits and a Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross and Authors of Pain. I'm pretty sure I chose the faces to win that one, but I didn't care much about that one. So yeah, I've got an almost perfect... No, I haven't got an almost perfect track record. The next match is Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, which I would say... These are all pretty decent matches. I think Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Orton were definitely a contender for match of the night. I mean, I'm saying everything is a match contender of the night, but in terms of what the story offered, I think Kevin Owens, Orton, and Logan Paul put on probably the best match of the night, other than the main event, because the main event was on another level. But just interesting choice to keep the title on Logan Paul. I mean, definitely the prime drink was in the middle of the ring. It was the sponsor for this, so I don't know how. I mean, it's nice having someone who can bring outside fans into wrestling, but yeah, I think long term, I think this was maybe a right choice. Maybe I still would have preferred having Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn celebrate with the titles, but oh well. We'll get that moment at some point, I believe. Bayley goes over at Io Sky. Who couldn't see that coming? I mean, in terms of match, it was alright, nothing special, just typical Bayley match. But people will say, I know there's a lot of Bayley fans out there. Not a knock on Bayley, I just think it was a bit, I don't know. It's something that could have been seen on Raw. I think there was not enough, we don't want to have a spot fest, but also that match should have really had something like an X factor to it. There should have been something that added a bit of, like, damage control. I don't believe damage control got involved. They should have had damage control run in. And then, you could have had this interesting, like, I mean, the culmination of a feud, but yeah. At the end of the day, Bayley got her WrestleMania moment. I mean, she's had a lot of WrestleMania moments at this point. I mean, she's been how many WrestleManias? But in terms of winning a title at WrestleMania, women's world, it's not the women's world title, the women's title, not the women's world title. That's Mummy's, and I believe she's the longest reigning champion in WWE now. Mummy is definitely on top. Love Rhea Ripley, but yeah, Bayley is the women's champion, and yeah, well earned. She won the Royal Rumble, and storyline paid off. Really good. Main event. I need to talk about it. I know I need to talk about it. Just give me a moment. Okay. So Roman lost. But what a path to get there. I'm just joking with you guys. I'm wearing a Roman Reigns t-shirt, but the tribalism in wrestling has been hilarious the past couple of months. People saying, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, I'm on this side, I'm on that side. I like both of them, so I'm like, you know what? Whoever can push the brand forward further and take it to new heights and whatever, then yes, I am a great fan of both of them. Cody got his WrestleMania moment. He's finished his story and starting a new one now. Look, there was a lot that went down during that match. I mean, it was Bloodline Rules. Pretty decent match. I mean, I think it's definitely one of those legendary WrestleMania matches. People will go back year after year. I mean, you got the crowning achievement of Cody Rhodes. Jimmy Uso tried to get involved, and Jay came out and took care of Jimmy. Solo Sikoa came out and spiked Cody twice. And then John Cena came out and took care of Solo. And then when Cena took out Solo by putting him through a table, The Rock came out. Obviously, rock bottom to Cena. And then the final boss met the final boss of WrestleMania. Come on, it's the freaking Undertaker. I mean, look, I was predicting Austin. I kind of expected someone was going to come in and look at The Rock. But I was not predicting The Undertaker. I was predicting Cena. I said Undertaker might do something, but I wasn't really, in terms of who I thought was going to take out The Rock, I thought Taker might have taken out Solo, and then The Rock might have been taken out by Austin. But yeah, looks like final boss met final boss. And what a moment. Just one more chokeslam by The Undertaker. Like, to see The Undertaker do a chokeslam at WrestleMania 40. Just in 2024. How can you even, like, put that into words? And look, The Undertaker's been retired since, 2020? I saw his one Dead Man show in person when it was in Sydney. He's doing the talking stuff now, and it's really good shows. But man, oh man, like, just seeing The Undertaker do a chokeslam, it's like all those childhood memories of like watching the dead man, it's like they just all come back. And then yeah, obviously Cody gets his victory against Roman Reigns. Look, Roman's held the title for what, 14,000 plus days. We kind of all knew this was going to be the culmination of Cody's story. This was where it was heading. We kind of, most of us believed he should have won it last year, but not the case. They made it better than ever. And Cody got his moment. And then they had Triple H, Bruce Pritchard, all the guys come down. Who else was there? Brandy was there as well. Brandy was there. Yeah. Honestly, I did pick Cody to win in my prediction video, but I was like, but what if Roman can get up? And I'm kind of glad that I was wrong. Well, I kind of wanted Roman to win. But, you know, Cody's going to be a great face for the company. I think he has really... He's got his mind in the business. He knows the business aspects of it. And I think he's going to do great things for wrestling going forward. So yeah, I'm interested to see what Cody's going to do with the title. I think he might... If he brings back the Winged Eagle, I think that'll be amazing. But, yeah. This is just my brief afterthoughts of WrestleMania. Overall, decent show. I mean, look, it's one of those WrestleManias where it's like, it's great. It's the end of Roman Reigns' reign as champion. End of the Reign of Terror, as people call it. But look, I think wrestling is in a much stronger position. It is going into this Netflix deal next year. It makes the business look amazing when stuff like The Rock gets involved and, you know, definitely The Undertaker. But, yeah. It was a great... It was a decent WrestleMania. I wouldn't say it was the best of all time. Definitely, I'll probably rank it top 10. Because it was just the significance of Roman losing that title. A lot of poor matches on the card. I mean, from night one, we also had Sami Zayn and Gunther, which I believed was the best match of night one. I don't think overall the WrestleMania was the best of all time, but as I said, I'd probably rank it in maybe top 10, top 15, maybe. I believe they need to go back to one night WrestleManias. Even if you want to do 7 hours, do 7 hours. But it just kind of cheapens WrestleMania by having it across 2 nights, I believe. But at the end of the day, Cody got his moment, and I am so happy Cody got that moment. And it just shows AEW people that, hey, guys that have... Well, Cody was established before he went to AEW, but, you know, it just shows that people in AEW can come across to WWE. And likewise, people from WWE can go across to AEW. And, you know, I know there's a lot of tribalism in the wrestling industry these days. But look, we're all wrestling fans. I don't care if you're AEW or WWE or TNA or New Japan or Australian indie scene. I don't really care what you watch. The fact that we're all watching wrestling is just a testament to the industry. In saying that, AEW need to get a booker. But look, I know, look, Tony Khan, I'm sure Tony Khan watches all wrestling videos across the internet, but if I could offer anything to Tony Khan, not that he's ever going to watch this video, long-term storytelling, and a booker. I mean, look, one night off main events, you know, Bryan Danielson versus Blahu, a dream match, I want to see a bit of build in that. Like, you saw this build here, like Cody and Roman. This match is built for years now. Like, he won the Royal Rumble last year, Cody Rhodes, went on to face Roman, came up short because of the Bloodline. This year around, the Bloodline tried to get involved again. We had contingency plan in place. And, yeah, it was good to see Cody get that moment. And Tribal Chief, the Tribal Chief is down. But he will be back. And he's going to hold it for 8 years next time. Anyways, like, subscribe, drop a comment, notify, and tell me what you thought of WrestleMania 40. As a 2-night event, how do you rank it? I didn't think it was the greatest of all time. I just think maybe top 15 just because of the significance of Roman losing that title. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.